can't escape from the team. Cold the morning steam, it's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Yeah, right. A pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Sunday, July 20th here. Hey, we just got off the air, it seemed like, last night from our fun night of UFC action from New Orleans with the great main event last night. Wasn't a great card for me, for sure. Maybe I'm a little steamed still with a losing night over there for me with the UFC card with the Holloway versus Poirier, but man, it did turn out to be a pretty fun and spectacular main event. As Max got the win last night, I was able to pull off one win there anyway. Started real hot, winning the first 6 fights, and then I couldn't find a winner after that, even with some of the favorites. So hopefully we'll pick up some winners here tonight and talk about the games with you. Thank you for joining me here on the show. Be ready for our Sunday action here with Major League Baseball. And, found a game in the CFL as well we can talk about, and anything else you have in mind, including the championship game of the NBA Summer League. Hey, I know I'm involved in that one for sure. Hopefully you guys are on board with me. A couple weeks ago when I said I have the Toronto Raptors at 10-1, going to take them to win the NBA Summer League. Well, we're alive today. They'll be in the championship game this afternoon. So, there's some other sports to talk about, including they're underway at the British Open, the Open Championship right now. And the leaders have yet to tee off, and just maybe a victory lap for Scottie Scheffler today. And we'll see. Maybe someone can make a run. Maybe we'll have a fun final at the Open Championship today as Scheffler comes in with a 4-stroke lead. Terrell Hatton is making a move today. Also, Rasmus Højgaard, the biggest mover, Bryson DeChambeau today, 5 under par through 12 holes to move all the way to 7 under. So are they going low with some of these scores? Hideki Matsuyama also went 5 under. The thing is, I think if we are going to see some low scores, it's not going to hurt Scottie's chances any. Buddy catching him, he'll probably turn into great score as well. Daniel Berger also 400 today. So we are seeing some guys who get up to 4 or 5 under here this morning. All right, we did have one winner as well overnight so far with a little tennis action here as we were able to score with Cerundolo plus 4 games against Bublik, and we're in action right now also with Boisson over Bondar. She did win the first set by 2 games, so we're going to need her to win this set here, and then we'll have a couple of winners maybe in some of these finals today with the tennis action. Let me say hello to some folks, and then we'll start the show and get your take on what happened last night. Hey, there's Cash Kane. He's ready to go. Nuke's here to be ready to wish us good morning.
Final.
Thank you to Nuke there. Nick Handy as well. Here's Blue. Futon Betts is in the chat. Andrew K. did a great job for us with the chat last night. And let's see, Nerfy's here today for Stop Geo. And everyone, you can smash the like button, like this video, and subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. We're not going anywhere, that's for sure, as we get ready for sports betting season. All right, I guess that's it for our first roundup of the chat, and we'll total up the points. And, Mike's had such a great idea there. I know we're going to start up some contests here at the end, so make sure you chat and get a chance to win a subscription to the winnable products that we're offering. I'll offer my prize every day. I'll offer a subscription. That did sound like a better idea than kind of the parlay that we could never necessarily win. And since we didn't have anybody tabulating the consensus plays, if you comment, you'll be eligible for the prize, and the prize is me, or at least my picks over on Winnable. If you don't want them, no big deal. If you do, you'll get a free subscription. That's how we'll do it moving forward, and we'll try to do that here today if I don't forget. All right, Nuke had a CFL winner. It looks like CFL not going the way he envisioned. He says he's gonna. We'll pick that up. I did score myself there last night with my high roller premium over at Tony's Picks in the CFL game there last night. Kind of a high scoring game for sure. We had the over. I was on BC there, and man, they were no match in that one. But how about some of the other sports yesterday as well that we can talk about?
Final
recap here a little bit of the action yesterday. Start off in Major League Baseball. Oh yeah, I see. Yep, Andrew talking about Pacquiao. I think a lot of people making the case for Pacquiao there to win the fight. It was ruled a draw. I said before the fight that my pick was going to be on. Here's the thing. Pacquiao goes out there, the 50-year-old seems like anyway, and Barrios definitely took the fight to him. I mean, this was an evenly rated fight, and it ended up being a majority draw. I was on Barrios by decision to win the fight, and then once it got to about round number 8, I think we were watching, and I said, I'm going to put a play on the draw here. I'm going to put a bet on the draw, and it was at 5-1. So we were able to, I don't know if anybody followed me. We were doing it right live on the air, so it wasn't anything totally, out of the blue, but it ended up being a majority draw there for sure. So kind of an interesting finish last night there. And maybe Pacquiao didn't get what he was expected to get. All right, Blue did have a good day with that. Andrew G is here. Nuke Worker still happy about the Blue Jays. Andrew talking about that Yankees comeback. Hey, let's see who I had in Major League Baseball yesterday. And we'll start it off with the Miami Marlins is a winner that I had yesterday. I had Quantrill over Waka there for a winner yesterday on the Morning Steam show here. Also, my high roller premium over at Tony's Picks, Angels and Phillies game to go over yesterday. And boy, did it ever go over in that wild high scoring game yesterday in Philadelphia, 9-5. Philadelphia won it. We had a winner here on the show yesterday with the Chicago White Sox. Yeah, the White Sox with that win over Pittsburgh. They're playing the Pirates pretty well here. Pirates met their match here. Also, we had a winner here with my sports money premiums. You'll have the chance to win there. And we had Texas with Camille Rocker there with the win yesterday. And we did have the under here on the show yesterday with Detroit and Texas. Also, we had Tampa Bay as our winner here on the show with Littell over Baltimore. We did have the under as our premium play there yesterday in that game with Tampa Bay getting the 4-3 win there late. Also, hopefully you're checking me out over here on YouTube on the Cover the Spread show where we had the over with the Athletics in Cleveland as our pick yesterday. Athletics won the game 8-2. Also had a high roller premium pick yesterday on the Arizona Diamondbacks over at Tony's. We had the win yesterday with Arizona. 10-1 over Sonny Gray in St. Louis. Also had a premium pick winner here with the sports money premiums with the Yankees on the road, 12-9, as it was Warren over Wentz there yesterday. As Atlanta digging deep here a little bit with the pitching. We did have the over as our winner here on the show yesterday. Also had a winner here on the show yesterday with the Cubs over the Red Sox in that 6-0 victory. I also had winners on the show. Man, the morning steam plays weren't bad for sure. We had Colorado on the run line against Minnesota. They keep winning here 10-6. Colorado got the win there. And winner on the show yesterday with Milwaukee. We had the Brewers on the show over the Dodgers, and they won it 8-7. Also had the winner with Seattle last night, 7-6 win, walk-off fashion over Houston there. And we did have that over on the Cover the Spread show yesterday. So, hey, I think we did have a few wins there anyway, with some of the picks on Saturday for sure there yesterday in some of those games. How about talked about that Yankees game? Atlanta led that game 7-2 yesterday, and New York scored 4 runs in the 9th inning on that grand slam by Trent Grisham, and they were able to go on for the win. Brewers and Dodgers, mentioned that final score 8-7. Both teams scored 4 runs in the 4th inning. Peralta ended up getting the win despite giving 4 runs in 5 innings because they had the lead. Ohtani homered in that one. Saw David Wright get his number retired for the Mets, who continue to struggle right now. The Mets with one of the worst records in the league over the last 3 weeks here, as they're faltering desperately here right now to the Phillies, as Phillies got that win with Schwarber hitting a grand slam as well. Bryce Harper is hot as well. So some other highlights there. My Padres lost. We didn't go over that one. I didn't have a winner in that game for sure, but Nathaniel Lau homered in that one. And Washington's won for just the second time in 11 games here of late. Cubs 5 home runs in that win over the Red Sox yesterday, as Imanaga had the 7 shutout innings, and Red Sox all of a sudden can't hit after that great tear that they were on. All right, I think that's pretty good for a recap there anyway. Wasn't a whole lot going on, of course. There was a big Major League Soccer card there yesterday. I couldn't get a card out yesterday with some of the action there. Apologies for that. But try to bring you some winners here today on the show. All right, more people catching in here with Teresa. Thank you for stopping by here today. We're ready to go here with the show. Yeah, and I had a rough day myself there on some of that. And Andrew K said that was a great game yesterday with that shootout there in the with the action in the women's Euro championships yesterday. Pretty fun game there for sure. With Germany getting the win, I think that was a spectacular game, going to that shootout as it did. Germany advances through at the women's Euro playoffs. So, all right, let's see here. I think that might be a good place to start. We can just get right into the action here. WNBA last night. Yeah, maybe some fun for everyone on social media, making fun of the ladies wearing their shirts that said "Pay us what we're owed." Really, they're just, I don't know. Hey, look, I'm not a financial expert, obviously, but the NBA's authenticity isn't necessarily wrong there in that the valuation of the WNBA is a lot more than it was just a couple of years ago. So I don't know if you guys, I think a lot of people on social media, maybe they're not great at running a business, right? I mean, you could have many, many years of not making any money, but when you have a product then that gets valuated at $222 billion, the rights deal, not 220 billion, the rights deal, right? The $2.2 billion rights deal that makes up the difference, if you will, and moving forward, it's going to be a little bit different with that league. Now, granted, I saw Unrivaled sign 14 players yesterday with the NIL situation, but again, the situation has changed there, and you don't ask, people to pay the league back, like some of the people are saying on social media, but the league making a lot more money now, so it is a little bit different. Nonetheless, a little bit critical there, and wasn't a great optic, but I don't think they're wrong necessarily either. Okay, let's go to the baseball, huh? We don't need to talk too much about it, although we did have a premium pick winner there yesterday with the game to go over as Team Collier beat Team Clark without Clark. Of course they were going to win there yesterday. And we also had a premium pick winner with that Saskatchewan BC game. Okay, I hope I went over everything here. We get ready to go with the show. Won't keep you too long today because, man, eventually we'll be here every weekend morning with a long show, right? NYC Bar is here as well. Andrew G says they're not even making as much money as a good OnlyFans model. I think that's what he's saying there. All right, let's get into it right now and get right into the action because we're starting here in just 2.5 hours today with Major League Baseball, and I'll have some premium picks today, and you can get those over at winnable.com. I mentioned it here. Someone can win a free subscription today if they'd like. By the end of the month, everyone will have a free subscription, and I won't even have anybody to sell any picks to. Everybody will be on board with a free subscription. So, hey, check me out over there at winnable.com/Ramon. Like I said, you would have been already in the plus here with some of these winners today. We'll see if Boy Song can pull it off against Bondar, but right now, Bondar here about to go up here 3-1 and erase my lead. So we'll also have auto racing today from Dover as NASCAR goes to the Delaware track today. So check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon. I'll have some picks for today. I don't know if I'll get around any auto racing, but okay, here we go. Thank you for listening to that. Bad producer. There we go. Okay, here we go. Teresa's ready for more Summer League, and the season is over. How about that? All right, start it off here right now. We'll get right into the action with a good one here with the Giants on the road. Robbie Ray getting the start here against Jose Berrios in this one. And we know Robbie Ray has been putting up some awesome numbers here all season, but it looks like he's an underdog here unless things have changed here overnight. Right now, the Blue Jays are maybe $1.15 or so, and the total 8. Maybe shaded to the under right now at 8 under 20. There we go. Maybe a little bit of a move to the under, and maybe we can see why. You do have Robbie Ray here going with great numbers: 2.65 ERA, 1.08 WHIP, 198 batting average against, and a 247 BABIP. Ray's been one of the best starters in the majors this season. Berrios, he's having a pretty nice, solid season, 3.75 earned run average, 1.24 whip, 238 batting average against, and a 274 BABIP. The Blue Jays are 12-8 with Berrios on the mound here. We know the Blue Jays have been cruising along here and doing a pretty great job right now as leaders in the American League East right now, and just continue to roll. It feels like right now they lead the Yankees by 3 games, lead Boston by 4, and lead Tampa Bay by 5.5. So, see what you guys have here in this one between San Francisco and Toronto today. We'll go to the chat, see what you have. And look, I know Ray's been great, but man, so have the Toronto Bats. And maybe the Giants haven't looked that good here. It feels like Toronto could win this game for sure. I don't know if it's the best price, but I don't know. It feels like I maybe would be willing to ignore them. No problem. I mean, maybe they do deserve to be a favorite here the way they're playing. It's just that Robbie Ray has been so stone cold, stone good, stone cold good, stone ice, whatever here. But the Giants have lost 5 of their last 6 games right now, and they've lost 6 of their last 7 against Toronto as well, including 4 of their last 5 here at the Dome. But for Toronto here, the hot Blue Jays, they've won 13 of their last 16 games overall, and they're on a winning streak at home here as well. Toronto's gone under in 8 of their last 11 games coming into this one. But I'm going to be a little contrarian here. I'm actually going to go over in this game with the Giants and the Jays here today. Look, I think I can admit that it feels like the Sharps might be on the under here in this one. And it's, probably a solid look, but I'm going to go over in this game at 8 under 20 today between San Francisco and Toronto. I don't know if I could necessarily read too many trends in this game, especially with the way that Ray's been going. He's 6 and 13 to the under this season, but Barrios is 11 and 8 to the over. Toronto is a little bit of an over team this season, and might be tough there with Ray pitching. But again, I think on the road here in Canada, the Jays are so hot, man. They might put up an okay number here. It feels like. Here come the comments from you guys today. And let's see how we're looking. All right. Blue says, hey, is women's European basketball, is it better than here? No, it isn't right now. I mean, I know that's almost somewhat of a popular take, Blue. The WNBA is the world-class league just because of the talent in the league right now. So here we go. Let's see here. We're looking for the game, San Francisco and Toronto here. Teresa's got some no runs first inning, I think, going on here with Seattle, with Texas, and Duke is going to take San Francisco today because of Ray here for sure. Teresa also says Seattle no run first inning. I think that's what that is. Texas no run first inning. Blue Jays run line here for Blue, kind of gets us started off here in this one. Blue maybe going with a Nerfy in this one here. Also, Jarrell wants to say I owe you guys after some crummy picks last night. I lost 6 of the last 8 fights last night, and I was getting angry. They're losing money on live YouTube. NYC Bar on the under there. And let's see, Teresa under first 5. Stop Gio on a Nerfy here maybe in this one. And for me, I'm going over here with San Francisco and Toronto today. Like I said, I don't know if I can – maybe I can find a trend that'll favor me here. Toronto has gone over in 16 of their last 24 games at home. That's about all I can find with some supporting trends anyway. But I think my numbers are just based on Toronto's real hot streak, and maybe we've seen just a little bit. It's hard to find vulnerabilities in Robbie Ray, but he did give up 4 runs in 3 innings last time out in that. I'm sorry, let me get it right here. 6 innings. He went 6 innings and the loss there against the Dodgers. I don't think it's 4 runs. I think it was 3-run, whatever the case may be. They lost that game, remember, to the Dodgers back on, oh gosh, July. I'm looking it up here. It was last week before the All-Star break, so maybe my the 5-2, 5-2. They lost that spread. Just looking on my device right here. All right, Blue Jays are hitting. Blue says for sure there, right? All right, I'm gonna take the over. Let's move on. Baltimore taking on the Rays here today. Trevor Rogers is going up against Ryan Pepio in this one, and you have Pepio here, favorite, $1.29 under 20 here in this one for Pepio. The decent numbers here: 3.38 ERA, 1.15 WHIP, 242 batting average, and 288 BABIP here coming into this one. Pepio done pretty well this season, continues to be a solid starter for them here. For the Orioles here, Trevor Rogers, he's 2-1 with a 1.53 ERA here coming into this one, and just 6 starts and 0.82 WHIP, 200 BABIP here. So solid numbers really for Rogers here so far. So maybe we could have some decent starting pitching here in this one. Let's see what you guys think today when the Orioles take on the Rays here in Tampa Bay. This looks like a pretty fair price for the Rays, and I don't know if I mind them too much, but I'm probably going to look at the total here in this one. You look at right now, Baltimore comes in having lost 4 of their last 5 games overall. They've also won 10 of their last 15 games against Tampa Bay. 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Tampa's gone under as well in 4 of their last 6 games, but Baltimore's gone under in 5 of their last 7, and they've gone under in 17 of their last 22 games on the road right now. Tampa comes in having lost 11 of their last 16 games overall, although they did go 18-7 in their last 25 games overall at home. So Tampa Bay has defeated Baltimore in 5 of their last 7 games at home overall, despite that 5-10 record that I mentioned in a longer-term sample size coming in. So let's see how you have this one here with the Orioles and Tampa Bay. Now, I know, man, let me see. I probably can't avoid an under here in this one. Let's go to the chat, see what you have here with... here we go. NYC Bar, I think, is on the under here. Terrell says, Tampa does have some problems with the left-handed pitching. Maybe that's what's held them back. They are a 500 ball club against lefties this year. Tampa and the under here for Blue. And Billy says, how are they going to make more money if they don't make a profit? Bill, the WNBA, their recent TV deal is basically a $2.2 billion-dollar media rights deal. The league has become extraordinarily popular over the last couple of seasons, really just the last 2 or 3 years, actually. So, all right, let's go with the under here in this one with Baltimore and Tampa Bay. I'm going to go under. All right, let's take a look here now at my Padres on the road. They're taking on the Nats here, and you got Nick Pivetta. Comes in with a 9-2 record right now, looking pretty solid with some of his numbers for sure. Padres lost yesterday 4-2. Pivetta comes in with a 2.88 ERA, 1.01 WHIP, 205 batting average against, and Padres are 12-7 with Pivetta on the mound. They're going up against a former Padre. Mackenzie Gore never made it to the major leagues with the Padres, but is 4-8 on the season. 3.02 ERA, 1.19 WHIP, 236 batting average against, but a 324 BABIP shows that maybe he's not all that. Still, The Nationals are 8-11 with Mackenzie Gore on the mound. Right now, the Padres are favored in this one on the road. Yeah, about $1.20. And I'd probably call it 8 under 20 right now for the total. Maybe just move down here a little bit here this morning. So let's get your plays on this one. See if the Padres can come through and get that win back. Look at some of the numbers here with these teams and this matchup coming in for the Padres here. Still in a pretty good run here. They've won 4 of their last 6 coming into this one, but more key is they've kind of dominated Washington. They've won 9 of the last 11 meetings against the Nationals overall, including 5 of the last 6 meetings here in Washington. The Nationals have lost 5 of their last 6 games coming in, including 4 of their last 5 at home, but they did get that win there yesterday. Washington's gone over in 14 of their last 17 games overall. Yesterday was an under for the Padres here. They've gone under in 4 of their last 6 games on the road. And let's see how you have it here with Padres and the Nationals today. As we get into the 1:30 Eastern, 10:35 Pacific time in this one. Let's go to the chat. See if you have a play here with this one. All right, here we go. And yeah, good points, Billy. Yeah, that it is because of the players that have been coming into the league lately. I think the growth of the women's game in college, right, and the players that are entering the league now seem to be a little bit more popular. Guess that's all I could say about it, right? Let's see. Stop Geo says, give me a Nerfy with the Nats and the Pods. Teresa said Tampa Bay is her play today on the money line. Thank you, Teresa. And let's see here. Blue wants the under here. Nuke is going to go with the Padres today. I'm going with the under in this one. Yep, Blue said it right there. I'm going with an under. Yeah, we've seen a lot of runs with Washington games here of late, but I'm taking the under with Pavetta and Gore here today. All right, one more here. Nope. Okay, let's go to the next one now with the Angels on the road and the Phillies. Yeah, the Phillies were able to get it done, but you kind of feel like the Angels still hanging in there. It's got some offense going anyway, but they are up against Ranger Suarez here, so let's see what happens. We know Rangers got some great numbers, but hey, maybe it won't matter. The Angels, I mean, their offense is, you got to say, they're ranked up there pretty good. Averaging just 4.4 runs per game, but they kind of struggled early. So their run production has definitely been up during this little surge that they have. And hey, they're only a couple games under 500. They've done a nice job here, but Phillies did get that big win yesterday. And you have Ranger Suarez here today, 1.94 ERA. The Phillies are maybe they're up to $1.85 or so right now, and I think this total has gone to 9 under 15. Let's update it on the graphics here a little bit. Call the Phillies $1.85 here right now. I want to mention the steam that just came in. It's on the game between San Francisco and Toronto. We're seeing some steam to the over in the first 5 innings right now in that one between San Francisco and Toronto. We just mentioned that game. So a little first 5 steam that'll probably carry all the way out. In fact, remember I said let's update the total to 8 under, but it's all the way back to 8 over here right now, just like that. Boom. 8 over is the total right now. San Francisco and Toronto, the favorite is switched with the total. Now over back to being favored. That's where it was before the overnight move. So, okay. Angels and Phillies here in this one. Soriano comes in with a 3.9 ERA, 1.45 whip, 258 batting average against, and a 3.25 BABIP for Ranger Suarez here. Really strong numbers. 1.94 ERA, 105 whip, 215 batting average against, and a 269 BABIP. Suarez is 7-3 this season. The Phillies are 8-5 with Suarez on the mound here, and like I said, big favorite. The line's kind of going up with Suarez here, but hey, Soriano can mix it up here a little bit. He hasn't been well. His last couple starts haven't been great. In fact, they lost that game to Texas. Remember, 13-1, and they lost to Arizona 5-1, but for the Angels, still pretty good run here of late, just short term, lost 4 of their last 5 overall, but they were hot before that, right? They've also defeated Philadelphia in 15 of the last 23 meetings between the two. It's been the Angels, actually, although they have lost 6 of the last 8 games here in Philadelphia over the last few seasons for sure. 5 straight meetings between these two teams have gone over, and the Angels have gone over in 8 of their last 9 games coming in. Philadelphia has actually gone under in 14 of their last 21 games overall, but 10 of the last 11 meetings between the two teams have gone over. Let's go to the chat right now and take a look at this one. Philadelphia, big favorite here against the Halos on Sunday. All right, here we go. And here is Phillies team total over there. I think Billy sees it the way I do there with the, I think the play of the league has improved there for sure, Billy, no doubt about it. Blue Jays team total over there for Blue. Gotcha there. And that first game as that updated line came in. Billy says let's say the Phillies, I think, there for Billy. Here's Andrew K on the Phillies. Blue likes a Nerfy. And Angels for Nuke, he says maybe like that price at $1.50 today. The way the Angels are looking pretty good here. They definitely have an offense that is capable of winning a game at any time. Like I said, it's just that they are going up against a pretty solid pitcher here in Ranger Suarez. So I'm going to I kind of want to be on these Angels. So today, you guys, let me see what's going on here on that run line, maybe. See what the price, maybe I'll take a look and see what the price is. But I just feel like there's some runs. Maybe the Angels hang in there today. And all right, the run line on the Angels, minus $1.35. Oh, I'm not pleased with that either. All right, I'm going to try the Angels here in this one, plus the 1.5 at minus $1.35. Going to do it. Call it an audible, actually, there a little bit. And let's see here. That looks like it from you guys there. And Scotty's underway. He's already birdied the first hole here. So did Hao Tung Lee, but still a 4-stroke lead for Scheffler, and he's on the course, and they're underway right now there at the Open. Okay, next up. The Yankees are taking on the Braves. And there's Marcus Stroman getting the start today against Holmes here, Grant Holmes for Atlanta. For Holmes here, he has a 3.77 ERA. He's done a real nice job. 1.30 whip, 227 batting average against, and a 285 BABIP. For Stroman here, he's got that 6.66 ERA. 1.6 whip, 283 batting average against, a 300 BABIP. Stroman just a 1-1 record so far, but the Yankees are 4-2. They've gone over in all 5 of Stroman's starts here, or 5 of 6 anyway, have gone over with Stroman. Holmes is 6-12, however, to the under in his starts. Right now, Atlanta about $1.25, maybe even $1.30, but this total is about 9.5 over 15 here, but does feel like the Braves line has gone up, maybe with a little bit of an advantage in the pitching department today. We'll see. It's also Sunday, so we could see some players. We've already seen the list of some of the players that are resting actually today. And let me maybe want to take a look at this here real quick. No, I don't have anything too significant currently in this game. But again, a little bit of a move there on Atlanta. So we'll go to the chat here. Let me update the line. Oops. There we go. All right. And take a look at some of the trends here, maybe in this one, and see what put us on here in the game between the Yankees and the Braves here today. Let's hear from you in the chat. For the Braves here in this one, they come in having lost 13 of their last 19 games overall. They've lost 5 of their last 6 at home. Yankees got the grand slam yesterday to go on to the victory in a high-scoring game on the nationally televised game there yesterday. Braves have gone over in 5 straight games overall. Also gone over in 4 of the last 5 against the Yankees. Yankees come in having won 6 of their last 9 coming in, despite the fact they had lost 12 of their last 15 games on the road overall and lost 6 of the last 8 games against the Braves. They've lost, I said, 4 of the last 5 here in Atlanta, but long-term have won 15 of the last 23 games here in Atlanta, but that is a very large sample size of many years, actually. So let's see here if you like this one. Almost a toss-up here in a way. Atlanta favorite in this one. So let's go to the chat here, though, and see what you've got in this matchup. All right, here we go. And it's going to be... Oh, here we got some action here from Mr. Ranger Sir under for Fernando. Hello to Fernando in the chat. He's got Suarez there is K-Prop under. Stop Geo. He's got a Nerfy in the Phillies and the Angels game. There he goes. And let's see here. Nuke is on the Braves. Andrew K says Braves. Blue, Yankees team total over. Fernando's on the Braves' first 5. And thank you to AYOD for being here today. Good morning. And Harrison the Hustler is here today as well. Nice to have Harrison here joining us. All right. All right. Hey, I got to make my call here in this one between the Yankees and the Braves here today. Man, feels like a toughie. I'm going to go with the over here in this one. Saw, 20-something run, 20 runs or something scored? Maybe it was more. I'm going to go with the over today with the Yankees and the Braves. Next up, the White Sox are taking on the Pirates. Aaron Savali on the mound. He's up against Andrew Haney in this one. You've got Haney here at favorite. $1.30, $1.35. The total, about 9, under 15 or so. Maybe it's climbing just a little bit. And you got the White Sox here. Hey, how about it? On the road with Savali. Now, look, White Sox are playing slightly better here. Maybe they found a team that they can beat in the Pittsburgh Pirates. Uh-oh. Our odds going here. For Savali here, a 5.3 ERA. Overall numbers are not great. 1-6 record, a 1.48 whip, 268 batting average against, and a 280 BABIP coming in. For Andrew Haney, the left-hander, he's 4-8 with a 4.59 ERA, 1.25 whip, 244 batting average against. Haney hasn't been too solid either coming into this one, but still got to give the fact that the Pirates don't have a great record, and all of a sudden the White Sox come in here. Maybe they can get this one. Maybe the wrong team's favored. I don't know. For the Pirates here right now coming in, they've won 7 of their last 9 games at home overall, but they've lost 10 of their last 11. Remember on the break, they were traveling out there on the road and mucking it up a bit. Pittsburgh's gone under in 10 of their last 14 games overall. Pittsburgh also has gone over in 6 of their last 9 games at home, and I'll have gone over in 4 of their last 5 at home against the White Sox, and 6 of their last 9 games against the White Sox have gone over overall. The White Sox have won 4 of their last 5 games on the road, and they've also, for the most part, I mean, even though they're not great on the road, they've actually lost 17 of their last 25, but they found a little formula here of late, and maybe they're picking it up a little bit, winning a few games here and there. The Pirates here, this struggling team, man, I mean, they have to lay a price with them, even against the White Sox. Does feel a little bit dicey. I mean, after all, the Pirates are just about 4 or 5 games better than the White Sox only. Here we go with a few more here. In this one, here we go. Hey, good morning to Damon Waring there in the chat. Blue likes the White Sox. Here in this one, Damon says, give me Pirates money line and the team total over in this one. And Terrell says, maybe I was going to go with all unders. I think he was saying there a little bit. And, oh, man, how about Billy? He says the Dodgers about to panic here in this one. And Billy says, am I a Jeopardy fan?
Final.
I don't watch enough Jeopardy. I know it comes up on here, but I just use this for the scoreboard, and I think those are the general apps that come up when you just fire it up. I really don't. Sometimes I put a game on the thing and I'll sit like this and use one more TV, but usually I just don't need. I turn it off when I'm not on the air. And hey, like I said, I'm the only one with a live scoreboard behind me, I think, on any of these shows. But there's no games right now. But we see some of the matchups back there. We got football games stuck in here. So we got to look at Iowa State and Kansas State. Man, we're going all the way here. Okay, Pirates for Fernando, Damon Waring, liking Baltimore today. Billy says the Dodgers tend to lose to good teams and beat the bad teams. That's a bad sign, right? You're not going to win the playoffs that way, says Billy. Damon's on the Braves here. Phillies under in the first half, I think, says Teresa back in that Phillies game. Thank you. Damon says White Sox team total under. Teresa also likes the Yankees game to go over. Cash Gains on the over here, I think, with the White Sox and the Pirates here, possibly. I think that's what Cash Kane is saying there. All right, and maybe I'll make a pick here. Maybe I'll try to make a good pick in this game. I kind of keep rolling. It feels like with the White Sox right now, but you guys have some good picks in there too. I'm going with the White Sox today. I just feel like they're the team on a little bit of a roll here, and I'm getting some plus money. It's Sunday. I don't know. I'm going with the White Sox for sure here. A little bit of plus money right now. All right. Billy says he thinks that the Dodgers pitching, getting a little thin, right, with all the injuries they've had all season. I don't know, Bill. It just seems like they just pull up the next guy, and he's good too. The next guy's just as good. Okay. Next up, we've got the Reds taking on the Mets here, and got All-Star Andrew Abbott going for the Reds and Peterson going for the Mets. Peterson's done a good job too. It's not a bad pitching matchup for sure. Here, Abbott's got that 2.07 ERA, 1.08 WHIP, 219 batting average against. We know how solid Abbott is and has been. It feels like this season for sure. I mean, I think the Reds, this can't be the actual price anymore. it certainly has to have gone down somewhat. The Mets, I'll call them $1.45 right now. I mean, there's got to be some support for the Reds at this kind of price against the struggling Mets for sure. Total here 8.5 under 15. It feels like the Mets are. I just don't know how else I can say it. The Mets are one of the worst teams in the league here over the last 3 weeks coming in. So they're not getting it together here right now. That's what it feels like right now. Hey, did we just let me get this straight here? And Boy's Song came on and rocked Bonder there. We went 2-0 with those sports money premiums in tennis there as we took Boy's Song to win minus 2.5 games. She wins by 5 games. So 2-0 overnight with our tennis finals. I didn't play the other ones. I did bet them, but right now Darderi and De Jong, looks like Darderi is going to win his title there as well. Okay. Anyways, let me pick up here with Cincinnati and the Mets for Peterson here. 3.06 ERA, 1.23 the WHIP, and 240 batting average against, and a 294 BABIP for Peterson. So pretty good numbers as well. But Abbott, he's pretty much the man in this one with that solid pitching mark here. And boy, it does feel like, why wouldn't Abbott be the more solid option here? This just seems like, I don't care how much of a move has gone down. Does anybody want the Mets as a favorite at this point, the way things are going? It's been a complete disaster here of late. Mets have lost 5 of their last 7 games coming in, but it's even been worse than that, because we've seen their standings tumble here a little bit. Philly leading, Philly still in first place right now by a game and a half currently over the Mets. The Reds here have won 6 of their last 7 games overall. They've won 4 of their last 6 on the road. Man, how are we going to convince me that I don't even think it's a discount, even with this 15-cent move right now. And feels like the Reds are going to be pretty popular with handicappers today. What do you guys have in this one? How do I not take the Reds here, guys? Let's see if you guys are on the Mets at all. Maybe they can start turning it around here a little bit. Blue might be on the, let me go back here and make sure I don't miss anything. Teresa had the Yankee game to go over there. Thank you. And blue is on the under here. Billy says, how about teams like Toronto? How about Houston, right? They seem to be coming on. The Yankees maybe going downhill. Darrell says the White Sox are one of the best first-inning teams in baseball. They hit with the top of that lineup. Yankees over for Teresa. Here's the Mets. Andrew's on the Mets. Damon's on the Reds. SF Niner says, give me a Nerfy. Billy says, I don't know. Mets have got to find a way sometime, right? Teresa on the over there. Stop Geo says, Reds money line. And Nuke, I think it's just a technical issue with Teresa's, and I think that's why. So I'm not gonna. I think it repeats on. I'd like if it could get fixed, but I think it's a technical issue with the 3 when it comes up duplicating it. Okay, we got here. Frankie Lindor home run for Terrell. Nice pick there. Here's Cash Kane. What's he saying? Mets barely lost yesterday, so Soto comes out hot today. Yeah, maybe I got you there. Philly Eagle Flyer. Good morning to Philly Eagle Flyer there. Billy says Cubs in Houston, maybe in the World Series, huh? Or Dodgers Toronto. Wouldn't that be interesting as well? And don't forget, Billy, what about the Tigers? They're making a lot of noise this season as well. All right. Anyway, I'm on the Reds. Come on. I'm on the Reds. I feel like that should be a premium, but I'll just take the Reds here. as my pick, plus money for sure. The Mets. Uh, this is bad, and I know we're talking about the Dodgers panicking. I think the Mets are panicking. Um, I'm panicking for them. The Athletics are taking on the Guardians here with Springs on the mound. He's up against Gavin Williams. And hey, the A's did a nice job there yesterday getting the win. Springs is 8-6 with a 3.93 ERA, 1.18 whip, 222 batting average against, and a 232 BABIP. For Williams here, he's 5-4 with a 3.7 ERA, 1.42 whip, just a 228 batting average against, and a 269 BABIP. So maybe not quite as good as Springs' metric numbers, lower ERA here, but these two pitchers kind of go over a little bit. We know that the Athletics are an over team, but uh, maybe a lot of that's at home. Still, take a look at where these two teams stand after yesterday's win there for sure. Oh yeah, and let me look at the line here. I think this line is now Cleveland is down to $1.25, maybe even $1.20 here today. I get it. I mean, the A's won the game there yesterday. They win a few games here and there, and they're only I don't know, 5 or 6 games worse than Cleveland. I guess that's still a lot of games, but right now Cleveland about $1.25. The total about 8. Oh yeah, the total's 8. I gotta update that for sure. Feels like mostly 8s. There we go. Let's take a look at some of the trends anyway. Coming in with this one, right? A's, hey, they're picking it up a little bit. They've actually won 4 of their last 6 games overall. They've struggled against Cleveland for sure, having lost 13 of the last 16 meetings between the two teams, and the A's finally get a win here in Cleveland. First win in 9 games at Cleveland here. 5 straight meetings between the two teams have gone over here, and 8 of the last 12 between the two have gone over. Oakland Athletics have gone over in 5 of their last 6 games overall. And Cleveland here having won 7 of their last 9 games coming in, but they were winning on the road. They've actually lost 8 of their last 9 games at home. So maybe that's why maybe the A's can do something here in this one, but Cleveland has kind of owned the series a little bit despite what happened yesterday. So let's see what you have here. Could it be the A's today for you guys in the chat? We'll see. And here we go. Going to be Fernandez says the Mets like to Joe. They enjoy it. Blues on the A's, Andrews on the Guardians, and Jerry says SF Niner. Let's see here. Guardians run line for Nuke. He likes that plus money there. And tell you what, I probably would have liked to have the Athletics here, but at a better price. I don't think I can take him as a premium. Teresa likes the Pirates and the over in this one. Good morning to Flea there. And I think Billy says Detroit is up there for sure. How about Rooker to hit a home run for SF Niner? And Damon likes the A's here on the money line. And you know what? So do I, David. I'm taking the A's in this one over Cleveland today. I'm going to try them again. Let's go, A's. Let's go, Las Vegas. We got the Royals taking on the Marlins here with Bubic on the road. He's taking on Jansen Junk. And, hey, Jansen Junk has looked like a prized possession here in the last few starts. Junk's looked pretty good over his last 3 starts here. All jokes aside, Junk has a 2.68 ERA in his 5 starts, 10 appearances overall, 4-1 record. With Junk on the mound, Marlins have gone 4-1. He's got a .99 whip and a 246 batting average against. Chris Bubic here, he started to slide a little bit with his record just 7-6. Royals are 10-8 with Bubic on the mound. These two pitchers are combined 7-15 to the under, and you have Bubic here with a 2.48 ERA, 1.15 WHIP, 228 batting average against, a 300 BABIP, but nonetheless, you got Royals here about $1.20, maybe down to $1.20 or so. The total, this total is way off. In fact, I think it's a typo. Yeah, it was never 8.5, but it was 8. Right now it's 7.5 under at -115 or so. Definitely going lower here in the game between the Royals and the Marlins today. Maybe based on, like I said, Junk has actually been pretty decent here of late. Pretty darn good actually, and we'll see if he can keep it up. I think it's a real question here for Jansen Junk. Obviously going up against a pretty hot pitcher in Bubic. I say hot, is actually given some back here of late. Hasn't been as strong here, but they did win both of his last 2 starts. Beat Pittsburgh, beat Arizona, and same for Junk. The Marlins beat Baltimore, beat Cincinnati in his last 2 starts coming in. The Marlins come in having won 4 of their last 5 overall. And also, they've beaten Kansas City in 7 of the last 9 meetings between the two teams, including 5 straight here at home. For Kansas City, they are just 1-4 in their last 5 games overall. They've gone under in 5 of their last 7 overall, and also 5 of their last 7 on the road. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under. So let's see what you got here in this one. Not a terrible game, I would say, between these two, Kansas City and Miami here. I think I know what I'm doing, but let's go to the chat and see in this one today. Like I said, Royals may be down to $1.20 here right now. Okay, here we go. I think the plays are coming in from the chat, and we've got Cash Cane, Royals, money line, and under. Stop Geo says Guardians and A's for a Nerfy today. He's serious today with his Nerfies. He's fired up for some Nerfy action. Hey, you can just watch the first inning and then get on with your day. Billy says, I think these are more World Series predictions here for Billy.
Final.
The great fun bet, Bill, is to pick the exact World Series matchup, for the odd, for a bet. Teresa says I think she's taking the not suck White Sox, not sucky White Sox. They're a little better, tiny bit better. Blues on a Nerfy here, maybe in this one. Here's Jermaine. He's got Kurt Skillies to get 3+ hits and an RBI. What do we get on that? Man, that's got to be some big money. And Nuke says Bubic is having a career year and that maybe he was a little bit fluky here, and he likes the Marlins in this one. Andrew likes KC. Nuke says it's going to be a sweep today. And SF Niner got that junk in the trunk. Good morning to Wine Time. Have a great Sunday show for Wine Time. Hey, make sure you check out the guys over there on their show, their baseball show. Hope I got the day right and everything. I know I like to see those guys. Spoons and Wine Time for sure. And Bubic Cube, says Jermaine. How about that? I like that. All right. Well, I don't think I disagree with you guys. I just want to make the right choice, I think, between the two. I think I like the side and the total, and probably both premium style, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and take the under here in this one. I like this I like this under for sure. It's a premium. I think I like the side and the total here, but I gotta like the under here for sure in the game between the Royals and the Marlins. Seems like it's lost about a half of a run there, so maybe the under is the better play for me, at least as the free play here on the show. Okay, next up, it's the Red Sox and the Cubs with Garrett Crochet here. And great game, good game, solid game here. Crochet's 10-4, 2.23 ERA. Crochet 6-14 to the under in his 20 starts. Red Sox are 13-7 with Crochet on the mound. He's got a 103 whip and a 210 batting average against. For Cade Orton here, he's got a 3-3 record, 4.45 ERA, 1.4 whip, 283 batting average against. Has been terrific for Horton here, but hey, he's matched up against Crochet. A little bit of I'll call it a pitcher's duel for Horton today. Maybe he'll come through with a good ride in this one today. You know, he struggled a little bit his last time out, didn't quite get out of the fifth inning in the game against Minnesota, that 4-2 loss. Crochet, though, pretty hot right now. They're pretty much rolling all of his games, and he comes off of that win over, remember, he beat Tampa Bay 1-0 in his last start before the All-Star break. I think it was about a $2 favorite, though, in that one. Crochet did get roughed up by the Cubs in a matchup last year. Here we go, though, with some of the numbers right now. The Red Sox, of course, came in red hot, but they have lost 2 straight. Remember, they had won 10 in a row, but they have lost 7 of their last 10 games on the road. Coming in, the Cubs have won 5 of their last 6 overall now, including 7 of their last 8 games at home. They're hot, hot, hot. Cubs have gone under in 7 of their last 8 games. The Red Sox have gone under in 5 of their last 6 games coming in. Cubs have gone over in 8 of their last 12 at home, but feels like right now the pitching is kind of doing the job here for the Cubs. Still got to be a little bit concerned here because of the overall mismatch, if you will, with Crochet. I just stumbled there because I just saw, man, Scotty's got a 7-stroke lead right now. It's almost a coronation here. Just got to get around the course and get into the clubhouse to get that win today for Scotty to win at the Open. All right, go to the chat here, get your picks. Red Sox and the Cubs here today. Thank you, everyone, for joining me here on the show. And thank you, Blue. And thank you for some great picks today. See you later. Appreciate it. Bill likes those futures. I do too, Bill. Everybody says, oh, you don't like to tie your money up. Oh, I don't like to tie my money up, right, with the futures. Don't tie your money up. Don't take don't take favorites in futures, right? You can almost get the same price on favorites when they get down to the end of the season. You take your futures on the long shots, right, Bill? I mean, you throw your, $25, $50, $100 on these, 20, 30, 50 to 1 shots. That's what you do. And all you do is, hey, you get equity in some of those. You don't have to worry about them, going all the way winning the World Series. Maybe they just get to the playoffs and you're already in line to make some money. All right, here's Cash Kane on the Red Sox money line. Jermaine likes the Cubs. Team total over. Cash Kane says you got the big dog on the bump today. How about PCA for a home run, says SF9er. Andrew likes the Cubs today against Crochet. And Cash Kane says he'll go over in this one. How about Detroit and the Dodgers? I think Bill has every matchup covered now all of a sudden. Nuke says the Red Sox can get this one. Maybe the matchup kind of finally favors them, right? I think that's what he's saying. Terrell says no home run in this game. SF Niners betting his NFL futures and sports money is money, says Justin McKelvey. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you here today in the chat. We'll see you here soon. We'll be hooking up, continuing our WNBA series. Hopefully, you're checking Justin and I out on the 2-3 zone show. Man, I hear it's really popular, the 2-3 zone show. So make sure you're checking us out here on YouTube with our WNBA previews. Thank you for doing that with me, Justin, and the rest of the guys as well. All right. Hey, I'm going to make my call here in this one. Hey, I've already seen some 6.5. So let me make sure I get the right lineup here. Right line up here. Right now, let me see. There's still, there is 6.5 over 24, it says, at DraftKings currently. And the Red Sox are kind of moving up to $1.40 or so here. I'm going to go under here in this one with Boston and the Cubs. Under is my play. All right. Next up is the Twins taking on the Rockies here. And wow, you got Joe Ryan, big favorite on the road. I mean, look, I know we're talking, the Rockies. It's hard to, we're making some jokes here lately because they've won a few games. I mean, they're still 50 games under 500. So, I guess the Twins can still be minus 240 or so today. They might be down to 230 at a few books. Total 10.5 here, it looks like. Maybe even shaded to the under. It's definitely going lower here. Maybe I can call it 10.5 over 15, but feels like it might even be 10.5 flat here right now. I'll move I'll leave it at 240 or so. But does anybody really want the Minnesota Twins at this price, even with Joe Ryan on the mound? Maybe Ryan is the guy that can at least get you interested in the Twins, but you've got Ryan here at 2.72 ERA, very sharp numbers, 0.91 whip, 196, batting average against for sure. 9-4 record for Minnesota, for Ryan, although the Twins are 9-9 with him on the mound. They've also gone 4-12 to the under in Ryan's starts this season. His results anyway, a couple pushes in there, but if you ever hear any discrepancy between the number of starts and when I say that, I usually just don't bother saying the pushes. Waste of 2 words or something. For Marquez here, he's 3-10 overall, a 5.57 ERA. Colorado is 6-13 with Marquez on the mound. He does have a 3.47 BABIP. It's hard to want to try to get involved here, I think, with Colorado today, but maybe they've been just a tiny bit better here of late, that you could consider them here, plus all these runs. Let's see what you think. For Colorado here, they have won 4 of their last 6 games at home. They've also beaten Minnesota in 4 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams. Colorado's gone under in 7 of their last 10 games at home, although 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams here in Colorado have gone over. Minnesota's lost 6 of their last 7 games on the road coming in right now. And, maybe the Rockies find a way today. Let's see. Can't really, tell you any trends or any secret stats or anything that might favor the Rockies here. Although I could tell you that Joe Ryan, on the road, maybe just slightly not as good. And he's had some couple issues here in Colorado before, but that was years ago, a couple years ago, I think. Meanwhile, Marquez here, the veteran, last start. Let me see what the Rockies have won 2 of his last 3 starts, actually, and he went 6 innings last time in a 3-2 win over the Reds. He also was able to pitch 5 2/3 innings in a win over Milwaukee. So Marquez, he's kept him in. We know what Marquez has had, moments, I guess. I guess that's all I can say about it. Okay, here we go with, let's see here. Billy's asking about any of the U.S. Open. Oh, no, British Open there. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm on, well, my futures plays. Again, if you sign up, I don't want to make Bill sign up, but my golf usually comes out on my free winnable subscription each week. So we were on some good golfers here that are still alive to cash with John Rahm, Aaron Rye, Keegan Bradley. None of these guys are on the leaderboard though. But one thing we did do, we mentioned it here on Friday morning, was I ended up getting on, and who seems easy, right? I didn't have Scotty Scheffler pre-flop in this tournament. But after Thursday's round, when he was one stroke back, and you could basically get almost the same price as it was before the tournament. It was 5-2 on the before the round on Friday morning. I said, "Man, Scotty's one stroke back. That's good enough for me." And look where he is now. A 7-stroke lead here in the final round. Fernando's on the Red Sox here. Justin says, go with the Giants in the Roku TV game of the day. Twins money line for Cash Kane. Maybe an over here also for Cash Kane. Nuke says, could you really do it? Could you really lay 240 on the Twins, right? That's what I feel too. Probably just lay off, I guess, on the side. Maybe I'd even go Colorado plus, like 2.5 runs or something today. I really don't give that out that type of play on the show, but we have before. Twins run line here for Justin. Twins for Andrew today, and you got Ryan, so I think that's kind of the key there. Okay, Byron Buxton to stay hot, says Jermaine. And Justin also likes Buxton here today. Fernando's on the under, and this one I'm going to go with Fernando. The widely reported steam did come in on the under. I think that's why you've seen it go down to 10.5 mostly here, and I'm going to take the under in this one with Minnesota and Colorado. Boy, I'm going a lot of totals here all of a sudden. Here's Robbie Ray over on his K prop there today in that early game. Twins to score first, says Nate. SF Niner likes Suarez. Flea, thank you for stopping by. And Terrell says, how about McMahon to hit a home run today for Colorado? Cardinals are taking on the Diamondbacks with Miles Mikolas. He's going up against Merrill Kelly. Kelly's 8-5 with a 3.35 ERA, 105 WHIP, 208 batting average against, and a 250 BABIP. Pretty decent numbers here for Kelly, quite honestly. For Mikolas, he's 5-6 with a 4.94 ERA, 1.29. The WHIP, 269 batting average against, and a 289 BABIP coming in. You do have two teams here. Usually, and I mentioned this on this game the other day, was usually the way things go with totals, right? One of the two teams is going to be an under team when the two teams meet. There aren't too many teams that even trend to the over. This is two of them. These are two of them here right now. So you do have, it's not huge, but Cardinals 53-41 to the over, Diamondbacks 51-42 to the over. So still Diamondbacks are down 15 units so far this season. It does seem to be slipping away here from Arizona. Talk that they could be sellers here now. So we'll see, though. That price currently $1.50 now, $1.62 here at Bovada. This line's going up here today with Arizona. I think people might be looking to exploit Mikolas here a little bit, but because Mikolas here did look decent in that last start against Washington, and the Cardinals Cardinals got the win in that game, 8-1. But Merrill Kelly also comes off a decent outing against the Angels, and a 5-1 victory. for Kelly here and the Diamondbacks. They have lost 4 of their last 6 games against St. Louis here. They're kind of struggling right now in this situation. St. Louis uh, uh, lost 4 of their last 5 games overall. However, they've lost 7 of their last 8 on the road. Does seem like they're starting to go down here a little bit. So maybe that's why you're seeing a lot of support here on Arizona. I'm probably still going to take them here at this point. Uh, Despite significant uh, sharp support. Let me take a look here. I don't know if it's that sharp, actually. Yeah, maybe the sharps are on Arizona by my untrained eye here. Let me go to the chat and see what you think. I think I'm just going to take Arizona as a favorite on the show. They're up to $1.60, guys. I got to update the line at least a little bit on the screen. Be a little bit fair here. There's enough $1.48 and stuff. Maybe we can call it $1.50. It does feel like $1.50 is the general line, 9 under 15. So I'm going to take Arizona on the money line just because they're such a big favorite, and I don't want to maybe go premium with $1.50 favorite or so, but I think they'll take care of business here. I'm just going to take them. I like them pretty strong, actually. It's just the price doesn't feel that great. So I'm going to take Arizona. Here we go with some of you guys here in the chat. Justin says he's got Arizona here as well. The Cardinals for Andrew K. How about Suarez over for Justin? So he maybe Suarez is out there looking. He'll be on another team in the playoffs. Here's Stop Geo's on the D-backs in this one. Terrell likes the Arizona team total over. Fernando says you don't overthink it. Here in this one, just take him. He's just as a Diamondbacks free. I don't know, Justin. I think the price is so high. Feels like there's a tariff on it or something. I don't know, but I'll take Arizona. I think Arizona is probably going to be pretty popular with handicappers today too. But like I said, that just feels like still kind of a high price the way Arizona's been going of late is what it feels like, to me. I mean, we're still dealing with a team that basically is just a 500 ball club. Cardinals really, have the same, they have a better record actually, right? So, maybe I'm just taking the matchup with Kelly. All right, we're almost done with the baseball. I hope you have a great day today, everybody. Here's the Brewers taking on the Dodgers. We've been rolling with the Brewers here this weekend, and why not? Anytime I get a chance to go against the Dodgers, I'm all about it. I usually end up betting on the Dodgers because I don't like those guys winning all the time. But, hey, we've been on the Brewers over the last couple of nights. I think they've been both on the show, actually. We've been taking them here on the Morning Steam. And you got Quintana here, 6-3 record, 3.28 ERA. Quintana's been solid, 1.36 WHIP, 244 batting average against, and a 274 BABIP. Hey, so much for those folks that wanted to make fun of Clayton Kershaw going to the All-Star game. He looked okay in his inning there. Yeah, he gave up that hit. Don't even know if it was his fault, but did a pretty good job there in the All-Star game. And, well, $1.50 here right now. I don't know if that seems great with the Brewers playing so well. I'm even seeing the Dodgers going up to $1.60. Come on. Kershaw, love Clayton Kershaw. Great, legendary pitcher. Still pretty good. You kind of want to trust him out there, but at this price against this team right now, the Brewers playing so well, both these teams have pretty much identical records. In fact, the Dodgers have 41 losses and the Brewers have 40 losses. Who's the better team here? This Brewers lineup is performing well as well here at this point. So Brewers have been doing a very nice job. Fernando will tell you. been a pretty good run here right now. I mean, can we do it? Can we really go for the sweep here today? We might. We might. I'll get your plays on it. Maybe I'll just go to the total here and save it for a premium. Here we go. Let's take a look at the Brewers right now. They've won. They're on a winning streak here right now. They've been beating the Dodgers every chance they get. It feels like, although they have lost 13 of the last 17 games here in Chavez Ravine, but not lately. The Brewers have been winning these games. Dodgers have lost 9 of their last 11. The Dodgers and Mets are going bye-bye. Here right now, Dodgers have gone under in 5 of their last 7 games. Brewers have gone over in 4 of their last 5. But let me hear from you in the chat. We going with this Brewers team again today, you guys? Let's see. Billy says, hey, he forgot about Milwaukee, right? I mean, don't forget about Milwaukee. All right, and Fernando's happy and excited with his Brewers. Cash Cane says Dodgers money line here. And Stop Geo says, let it go. I mean, it's $1.60 now at some of them, right? Terrell talking Dave Roberts. It was thinking he was all looking special there at the All-Star game and almost became the first manager to practically lose the game for his team. And Billy likes the Dodgers to rock here. Nuke, I think he's saying the price is too damn high. And Nathan here, I think he might be on the Brewers lovable plays is here today. Teresa likes the Dodgers money line, Dodgers first half. Billy's got a Yerfie here, it looks like. Fernando's on the over. Lovable plays says Kershaw gets a win here in this one. Yeah. I thought it was just fine to invite Kershaw to the All-Star game. If you don't think Clayton Kershaw, he'd be commission. Even if he had a 13 ERA, I would have invited him to the All-Star game. We know how great he's been. You can't deny it. Not a sweep, says Teresa. Billy says LA Dodgers run line the first two. Remember, you're talking to a guy that doesn't like the Dodgers. But I can be fair and honest. Is that, I think Clayton Kershaw is pretty awesome. Okay, Damon Waring, Dodgers run line, first 5 money line. And Justin says Dodgers over in the team total. And, hey, everyone, Razor's in the chat. All rise for Razor. Great to see Razor. Miss you. Hope to see you soon, Razor. And, I mean, I know I could just fire up YouTube, but you know what I mean. All right, Charlotte over in Summer League play. Teresa's ready to get down with some summer basketball in that championship game today. How about it? And like I said, Teresa, we're on it, right? We're on that Toronto 10-1 to win the Summer League before it started, and they went undefeated so far. Feel like that was a pretty good play, and probably, look, it was a $20 play at 10-1. It was Summer League. I mean, what do you want me to do? Throw a unit on it? But when I'm lined up to win a couple hundred after losing in my MMA last night, I might put $50 down on Charlotte to plus some points and hope I middle it. Maybe buy a point or two and try to middle it, because got to pay for that bad MMA picks last night, and at least we had the main event right. All right. Bill says maybe the Dodgers can avoid the sweep today. I don't know if Kershaw's the right pitcher to do it. The Brewers are hot. All right, and let's see. Lovable Play says maybe this is the Dodgers' day, though, here finally, huh? Okay, well, guess I got to make my call here in this one. I know what I'm doing side and total. Just a matter of making sure I'm making the right play in this one. All right, I'll take the Brewers here. Give me the Brewers to keep it going right now. And I'm not going to make fun of my Dodger friends right now. They're struggling a little bit. Astros and Mariners here with Brown here going up against Woo, it looks like. I thought it was going to be Gilbert, but I think we're ending up with Wu. Yeah, I think we're ending up with Wu here. For Hunter Brown, 2.43 ERA, 0.95 WHIP, 189 batting average against. We know Hunter Brown is pretty awesome right now. 9-4 record, 251 BABIP. Astros 13-6 with Brown on the mound. And for Brian Wu, look, it's not a downgrade necessarily from a guy like Logan Gilbert, right?
Final.
I mean, Wu, 2.75 ERA, 0.93 WHIP, 205 batting average against. We mentioned Houston starting to, get away, pull away. Well, the Astros have won, the Mariners have won the last two, and all of a sudden it's just a 3-game lead. And the Mariners are favored here again today. Now the price, got to fix that. They're all the way up to $1.40 here today. Now that doesn't sound that great. Steam coming in right now. I'll report this to you. Steam to the over in the game between the Yankees and the Braves today. We also have a little bit of breaking news here. Briggs will not be in the starting lineup today for the Red Sox here, as he is going to be on his rest day today. So steam to the over, Yankees, Braves, and in a completely unrelated piece of information, it is going to be Braggs out. Also did mention there in the Dodger game as well, Mookie Betts is out of the lineup today with rest as well. Kettle Marte, after taking that one game off, it will be back for Arizona today. So a couple of pieces of news. There's been a few others that have come out, but nothing earth-shattering. But I think Mookie out of the lineup, that's a pretty big deal. Okay, let me get back to it, though, with this Mariner price at $1.40 here, and the total is 6.5. Woo, woo, in this one. So let's see. Go ahead and make the pick if you want with Houston and Seattle. And we'll go over some of the numbers here with these guys for sure. Trend-wise, all said, like I said, Wu maybe statistically better than Gilbert. I don't know if he's better overall than Gilbert, but either way, Wu's having a pretty good run here right now. He was okay in his last start. Went 7 1/3 innings, but they did lose that game to the Yankees. Meanwhile, for Brown, they've lost his last 2 starts coming in. Have the Astros. Astros have lost 7 of their last 8 games coming in right now, and Mariners here on a winning streak for sure, and trying to chop down the Astros at this point. Astros have gone over in 8 of their last 12 games overall, but the Mariners have gone over in 7 of their last 8. So we are seeing some runs from these teams, but you got such good pitching. It feels like here today it's probably going to be pretty hard. It feels like even at 6.5, I feel like I still want to go under. Let's see if you think so in the chat. I mean, 6.5, pretty serious, but here we go with some moves from the chat. And it's going to be Justin's on the Astros here in this one, especially with that move to the Mariners here. I think Justin comes in here. He gives us his CLV. He's probably pretty disappointed with that one, though, but he's still on him. All right, let's see here. Billy loves some Christian Yelich. Hello to Erwin Simmons. Thank you so much, Erwin, for all of your support of the Morning Steam and the Sports Money Network. Thank you again very much. All right. Cash Kane says he's on the Brewers there. Oh, sorry about that, Kane. I should have said that's a pretty big deal, right? With Mookie out today for his rest. And Mookie's been a little dinged up here and there as well. All right. Seattle team total over here for Terrell. Lovable sweep. Lovable plays, likes the sweep. Stop Geo's got the Nerfy and that incredible matchup right there, huh? And Toronto looking good, says Billy in there in that matchup. Yeah, and I think I might have misquoted it there a little bit with that Charlotte game there, right? The Sacramento and uh, Charlotte game there. I might have misquoted it earlier on the line. Apologize for that. Just wanted to see there what the there was one other game on the summer league today, and it was like not on the board last night. I'm trying to figure it out here. Okay. All right. Let me bring it up on screen here. Let's see. Cash Kane likes the first 5 to be scoreless. How about that? Wow. All right. I'm on the under here with Houston and Seattle. And we got one more here, and a bummer a little bit with this last game, huh? We were all fired up for the big pitching matchup between Tariq Skubal and Nathan Eovaldi, but Eovaldi's getting pushed back, or I don't know if he's going to miss the start. I just saw the news late last night that Eovaldi's going to miss the game and ruin our great pitching matchup that was going to be going down here today. So a little bit of a bummer, but still have Tariq Skubal here on the road, $2 favorite or so in this one, maybe down to $1.90. I say down. It was going to be about $1.55 for Skubal against Eovaldi. I was willing to go on Eovaldi. I might be willing to go with Latz here, the left-hander. Still got Skubal. I mean, I'm not going to half kidding. Skubal, 2.23 ERA, 10-3 record, 8.26 the whip, 193 batting average against, and a 273 BABIP. So with Latz in here, definitely change of plans there a little bit. So we'll see what you have in this one with Skubal going up here against Latz now. I'm just going to take the under, I think, is my play still in this one. Yeah, Texas has to shake it up here a little bit on the pitching front with these two. So it does make it a little bit awkward here to take Texas, but I don't know. I might still do it. Tigers, look, they're great. We know that, but they have been losing here for sure of late. In Texas, they've been starting to pick it up, and they look pretty good here in this series. So I'll just try the under. 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams have gone under here in Texas, and Detroit's gone under in 4 of their last 5 games on the road. So just have to make a little bit of adjustment there. If you think Latz, I'm sure that Skubal run line may get a lot of support. Let me see if you got anything in the chat. We're just going to wrap up the show here on the Morning Steam. Justin says, yeah, does like the Tigers here, run line, and also Cash Kane on the Tigers. Nuke likes some run line too. I'll just take the under in this one. We'll wrap it up here today on the Morning Steam show. I think I got one other game there. What did I got? We got some CFL action today with oops, that's not the matchup. My Hamilton Tiger Cats. I'm going to call them my Hamilton Tiger Cats. After all, they got my new favorite player in the league this year, and they are on the road here, the Tie Cats. They're favored by 2.5. Let me get the line up here. Why did pop it in here? 2.5 and 54. They're on the road, taking on the Red Blacks today. There we go. Got Nuke in the chat. He'll probably give us a pick here today in this one. And I'll see what I've got here too. between Hamilton and Ottawa. Ottawa definitely struggling right now with that 1-5 record, and Brown though he's looked okay. It feels like a quarterback. Maybe they've got their man in Drew Brown. I mean, remember he finished a season strong last year. He looked pretty good. Remember in the big uh, uh, playoff game against Toronto, didn't work out for him, but did struggle there in the last game against Hamilton. These two teams just met, right? Final score was 23-20 at Hamilton. Hamilton did win the game, so they should be able to take care of business here, especially with Bo Levi Mitchell and their quarterback. Should have a pretty solid game, but man, my man Isaiah Wooden, he's explosive, isn't he, with his kick returns? And you have so far, I don't know, maybe Offensive Player of the Year in Kenny Lawler, having just an incredible run of games here right now. I mean, 4 of his last 5 games have been practically off the charts. He feels like he's the hottest player in the league. He had 2 touchdowns in the last game against Ottawa. He had 3 touchdowns against Toronto. Lawler has been on fire for sure. He scored a touchdown in 4 of his 5 games so far this season. So I'll take Hamilton here to win on the road and cover against struggling Ottawa today. I want to thank everyone for joining me here on the show. Had a great time here with you guys. Terrell says, give me Texas and Colorado for a little plus money parlay. And Nathan may like Scooble here.
Final.
Andrew talking a little that game yesterday in the women's Euro was really spectacular there, wasn't it?
Lineup.
With the penalty kicks. I think everybody saw that. I might go with a little Mexican League action today is probably all I'm looking at. There's 3 games on the Mexican League card. I didn't even mention the soccer here. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 game. Pachuca taking on Pumas. Pachuca favored on the road today. That's probably all I'll do there. Nuke's going against me. He's going with Ottawa. Fernando says, who is Lats? Fernando says, I thought that was an injury you got to your side or something. Terrell said, yeah, hey, we had that over, didn't we, Terrell? I think I mentioned it. We had over in the All-Star game. It went over, right? So, Cash Kane says, Lats has actually been okay in those few starts. Nuke says, Drew Brown, since he's been back in that lineup, he's been looking pretty good. He's bringing a little bit of respect back to Ottawa. It's good to have him in there. I will say, he did throw those 2 picks last week against Hamilton, but like I said, my man, hey, if I can get my man Isaiah Wooden to get another kick return, possibly, could he do it? I'm going to be watching that game for sure. All right. I guess that's it for the morning steam, you guys. Had a nice time here with you today, and thank you, everybody, for joining me here on the show. We're going to run the contest. Here's how it's going to work. We'll run the contest every day now, and hey, you know what? You might not want Ramon's winnable picks or anything. You don't have to. If you win the contest, it's just cool to get your name up there. But if you do win the drawing, I'm going to, sign everyone up who wins the drawing to get 1 month of my plays. I think I don't want to do up Mikey. I think he's going 1 week, but hey, I'll go 1 month. Like I said, I just want to get everyone signed up, and if they like my plays, and hey, you know what? Maybe they'll renew if you don't win. You figure we've only got, we're averaging between 50 and 100 live views per show, and then the show averages a few hundred. So look, if everyone gets a free subscription, then they don't have to. That shows. I'm not all about hustling the plays and selling the, winnable, the plays. Hey, if you like them, you like them. I think the picks are pretty good. What it does, it gives you a solid base of opinion, right? To more plays from Ramon to your inbox or however you get it delivered. So let's run the contest. We're back with the contest. All you had to do was enter a comment to be eligible. for the drawing. So we're going to go back to doing the contest. It's not going to be the consensus parlay anymore. Not enough people were winning it. So we're just going to do the contest to win the winnable, to win my picks. Hopefully it doesn't take you out. But hey, let's do it. Because I like running the contest. That's what I like doing. So let's do it here right now. And see who wins. Oh, we got to get back to the old forum. Consensus parlay. I might have to get Mikey to give me a new graphic now, because it's not a consensus parlay anymore. It's just going to be get the picks from Ramon. 1 month of Ramon's plays for Fernando, whoever wins. So what you'll do is, if you win, just contact me directly. I'll give you the passcode to get 1 month free. You'll have to contact me either on X or you can find me on the internet. We'll figure it out. If you don't want them, here we go. Here we go. Let's run the contest. See who wins. Look at all the names. This is the fun part. We miss this, don't we? Look at this. If Razor wins, maybe I'll get his plays. All right, there it is. Harrison the Hustler. Hope he's still here. He stopped in earlier if he's watching. And Harrison wins 1 month of my plays. So, hey, you know what? The other thing is you could monitor the plays for a month, see if Ramon did any good, and then, hey, renew or something like that. Harrison is our winner today of the consensus parlay. I miss it too, Justin. It's fun to run that part of the contest. So, you'll get my plays over at winnable.com for 1 month, Harrison. If you're out there, just to send me a DM on X or, maybe chat with me in the show if you see it. We'll work it out. We'll get everyone signed up. I just want to get everybody signed up. That's what I want to do. Okay, that's going to do it for the morning steam. I want to thank the chat as well. Let me reel off the top fans in the chat here today. It was Billy S. It was number 1, Teresa number 2, Terrell number 3, Andrew K number 4, Stop Geo number 5, Fernando number 6, Nuke was number 7, Blue was number 8. See, it's not always about the quantity. Not that Blue didn't give us some great picks in there as well. Cash Gain, NYC Bar. They were the top 10 chatters of the show today. All right. That's going to do it. Let's get back to the winning here. I want to thank everybody for watching me here on the Morning Steam Show. We're back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, and with more Morning Steam. And don't forget, Mikey Money will be a buy at 3 p.m. tomorrow with pre-gaming. Get you ready for the primetime action as well. Have a great Sunday, everybody here from the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.